Hi, we're at Panda's 504 actual meeting, and I think a lot of you think that ADHD, you're always thinking about the hyperactive type, like the kid bouncing up and down all over the place, brains on fire kind of. No, not always. Inattentive ADHD is different in many different ways. A lot of times the kids forget a lot of things all the time. They're missing assignments. They lose things, water bottles, pencils, Chromebooks, telephones, phones. Yes, they lose them all the time, phones. They daydream. They kind of just sit around sometimes and stare off or don't do what they're supposed to do. They play a ton of video games and don't do their schoolwork because they're getting that dopamine rush. So it's not always what you think it is. Inattentive ADHD is a different type of ADHD. So today, I am continuing with Panda. Hi, Panda. Panda's an eighth grader diagnosed in fourth grade with inattentive ADHD. Panda has really scattered thoughts if you talk to Panda. Sometimes is trying to look for the thought. It's in there. And can't really advocate their needs too much, so usually decides just to escape into a book or into technology world. Has 100 tabs open on a computer as a child. Very disorganized, just disorganized, but escapes and loves control. Motivators, very externally motivated though, likes rewards, likes prizes, likes praise, money, even phone time, even time with an adult like mom, just mom actually. Okay. Panda refuses to do anything Panda deems as boring or not getting that dopamine rush. So anything, core classes, English language arts, social studies, science, math, basically everything in school. Loves reading fantasy and sci-fi, escaping. Loves her Chromebook. Also runs the home life. I'm sorry, parent. Yeah, you have allowed Panda to run the home. You aren't really in charge, are you? Nope. Inactive, very physically very inactive. Will tend to just, sit around the house on a Chromebook or just reading a book, which can lessen self-esteem because Panda is not in shape. And so it's like this vicious cycle that could possibly happen with obesity also. And I know a lot of you aren't thinking about that with ADHD because you think these people are running around all over the place, bouncing off the wall. Not necessarily true. So we're going to be mindful of that with Panda. The parent. So here's the parent. The parent thinks Panda is so special, so unique, so bright, says a lot of positive things, loves their child. They have like a codependent relationship though, and it can turn into some really like unhealthy behaviors. The parent has allowed the child to control all the decisions or use the child's ADHD as a reason for no discipline. The parent may blame the school and the teachers quite a bit. I see that a lot. And allows Panda to escape into books, into technology. There's not a lot of boundaries with this parent or discipline. Okay, so if Panda does get support early on, Panda, you can be remarkable. You're so creative and you're imaginative and you'd be great at business and technology. You like rewards, you like earning things. You could be an adult who understands responsibility. You can be generous and have great relationships with with people. And we already went through this before, so let's get to the 504 plan. So here's our team. We got the counselor, regular ed teachers. Panda, of course, has to be there. Panda should be there, you guys. If you're going to have an 8th grader, 7th or 8th grader especially, make sure that child is there. They are grown enough to start recognizing who they are and being more self-aware. Get them there. All right, so parent during the meetings. I checked the assignments. Why is Panda missing so much work? 3 teachers have called me in the past week. Panda, I do care about your grades, just as long as you're not failing, but I'm okay with C's. However, I'm not okay with 2 F's, Panda. Panda, I'm worried about high school because I know you have to earn credits to graduate. But I want Panda to choose for herself and not because I said so. That's a mistake with this kid. This kid needs guidance. This child is not internally motivated for the most part. It's extrinsic. And yes, I wish all children around the world would be internally motivated. I wish all people would just have that drive, but they don't. You might not either. So, no judgment. Okay, but saying that her child should just choose what to do, not a smart idea with inattentive ADHD. Okay. She also says she's using a book as an escape. Isn't that what you want, school? You want literate kids. And then I'm worried about Panda just sitting around the house at age 14. She goes to her room a lot or sits on the couch. I don't like seeing you sad. So we hang out. We're very close. I love this relationship. I do. It's very passionate, but it is very enabling. Okay, so here we are. We're at the meeting. So everybody kind of already knows this. We are on your Team Panda. We are Team Panda. Team Panda. And then we ask Panda, like, what do you like to earn? What do you like? You like to earn books, choice time on the computer, perhaps time with mom, hanging out. It's your favorite thing to do, technology. All right, but we need to have a realistic conversation with you, Panda. Panda, boring responsibilities first, fun comes second. It's an easier life. What I suggest to parents, grandparents, any adult that this child loves, I would suggest writing down all the boring things you do daily. So Panda has a visual. Like, these are responsibilities that I have to do in order to buy you books, in order to have shelter, in order to buy you clothes. These are the boring things we do, and have a family discussion about it. Structure and routine will help with the mundane things in Panda's life. Panda needs to also be taught and modeled appropriate relationship skills. A reciprocal relationship is one based on mutual exchange of support, respect, and care. So basically, Panda has to learn to give back in a relationship, not just take from mom. So it's going to take a lot of modeling. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take a lot of mom also using kind of the same language of giving back, taking turns, listening to one another, and any positive praise or helpful, kind or obedient action that Panda did within a relationship, that's extrinsically motivating. My words mean a lot to a child if they are sincere. And physical activity is good for brain development and self-esteem. So Panda and mom need to find some time to get some exercise. Okay. Again, it's very helpful for a child's brain, an adult's brain, to get physical movement. This is not on a legal 504. What I just said is just a conversation. It is not on that 1 or 2 page 504. Okay, here's some parenting ideas. What I'd like you to do, mom, is get a visual calendar and put it somewhere in the house next to where Panda's going to sit for 1 hour every school night. Visual calendar. And Panda, you get to decorate. You get to decorate the calendar and you put the dates on with all your pretty markers or whatever you want it to be. You also need to tell mom what you want to earn at the end of the week for turning in work on time. Okay? So you two need to have a discussion, and then mom will tell the team what you're earning. Okay? So have a routine at home. a visual calendar, and a space at home. And if mom is not there, get grandparent, get a college sibling, even get a neighbor. I don't care. It's got to be a trusted adult that's going to sit next to Panda. Do not allow Panda to go to their room to have their own freedom of time. They will not use it for schoolwork. They will not. They will get back in their book. Okay, they will get on their Chromebook and not do the work. An adult needs to be there with inattentive ADHD. Yes, even at age 14. Yes, Panda has to also put Panda's phone away. Parent can do work right at the table with them. This is homework time between 5 and 6, or 4 to 5, or 7 to 8. Pick 1 hour and stick to it. 1 day a week. And if Panda's like, I don't have anything, my teachers aren't doing anything in class, you take that planner out and you say, you write down, and we're going to talk about what you did in class today. And then we're going to look on the computer at that class, and we'll go through together. Do not trust Panda's word on this. Do not trust Panda's word on this. Stick to the routine. Yes, it could, and I believe it will work. Okay, but the parent has to be involved with a child with inattentive ADHD, and you need to commit and follow through on your word and find what Panda wants extrinsically. I went through this, takes 1 hour a night, go for a walk, anything extra. Again, Panda can choose what Panda earns for that week. It could be a fantasy book, a movie night, even money, a trip to a favorite store with mom. Parent can check the parent portal for any missing assignments. Okay, so it's just that time together, that academic time is important together. All right, so regular ed teachers, what did we decide to do? Okay. We have 3 to 5 things on this one. It's pretty easy. It's pretty simple. They go into a legal document. Allow extended time up to 1 to 2 weeks, depending on the assessment. Follow an organizational checklist that Panda uses. Seat Panda in the front or the place in the classroom to minimize distractions, and to also say, it's time to put the book away. Because you will when we get started to do this, right? We'll need to say that. That's what we're trying to fix. Reinforce Panda with sincere positive praise often for positive organization and time management. We are working on time management and positive organization. That's what we're working on in the class. And then parent, a regular ed teacher, a dean, or a counselor is going to communicate with you either via phone call or email bi-weekly with what we're seeing. Okay, just one teacher, one counselor, or one dean, just one. Not all the teachers are going to contact you, just the go-to person with anything that what we're seeing with progress as far as listening, put the book away, and turning things in on time. Okay, so these are what's going to go on the legal document. There will also be a social emotional check-in daily with the adult they trust. It could be in the hall. It could be a simple like, hey, Panda, how's it going? How's your homework going? How's your 1 hour at home going? Panda will carry an organizational checklist. And finally, what's Panda agreeing to? Okay, because Panda's a part of this team too. You have to give back also. That's part of the relationship. Panda has agreed to use the planner daily in school and after school. Panda has agreed to put the book and Chromebook away and ask when the time is okay for her to read her book or to have choice time on her Chromebook. And the teacher knows that those 2 things are what really excites Panda. So we could use that. We're not putting it in the legal 504, but your teachers will know that. Panda agrees to work 1 hour at the kitchen table with an adult during a school night. Again, this is not an illegal document. These are just things that we've talked about on Team Panda. Panda, you get to choose what extrinsic motivator you want to work for every week, and you're excited about this. So start thinking and come with the idea, and you get to choose what type of physical activity you're going to do during the week. All right, that's all. Igor's meeting is next. Bye.